Hello, how do you like that new intro? Just put that together, that's kind of fun. Yes, I did use Google's VO thing to make the intergalactic galaxy lightning thing. Not perfect, but like good enough. And I used Suno for the music. So anyway, yeah, also, the purple thing is actually working out. So thank you, Sentry, for the purple one wheel. I'm going to cheat and use that as my own thing. So yeah, it's I need to get a shirt for EpicAI now. I guess that means I need a conference because that's where the shirts come from. Anyway, I have been working on the Epicshop MCP server, and I would like to, before I have to go in I need to leave in like an hour. Before I need to go, I would like to have a video demonstrating some of the capabilities with the way that the MCP server works now. Just is such a shame that the most clients don't support it, all of MCP, because I could do some pretty cool stuff if they did. Anyway, with that, let's share screen. And also, I'm going to pull up Spotify so we can listen to some sweet stream beats, lo-fi music. There we go. Okay, cool. With that, we're right here. So here's the problem. Claude is the only one that supports prompts, and people will not want to use this in Claude because they've got their editor open. They want to use their editor. And so I think what I need to do is, first of all, I think this could probably use with a little bit more organization of some kind. Maybe. Probably won't do any of that today. But then secondly, I do want to keep the prompt. I also want to add resources, and I want to I just had an interesting thought. Anyway, and I want to add tools for prompts and resources that I think need to be that way. So like probably, so we add, let's maybe add resources and then add a search tool that is able to search for resources. So there'd be a resource per exercise, maybe even a resource per step. And then have a tool that allows you to get an exercise. Here's the real challenge. We have to deal with context windows and context size, tokens and whatnot. So I'm not sure. Like, let's see. Where? Actually, what's the context size for Claude 4? Okay, so 200,000. That sounds right. So, my concern. What are context windows and context size? Go ask your LLM. It will be able to answer that question for you very well. It's just the number of tokens that you're able to have. We got another server running somewhere. Yep, here. Okay. And yeah, did we? Yep. Okay, cool. So if I go list prompts, quiz me, workshop directory, React APIs. And exercise number. Yeah, we probably shouldn't even bother with the completion request there. No, there we go. Let's copy that response. Token measure tool. Doesn't have to be exact. Okay, 13,000 tokens. Yeah, we are well within. All right, so let's look at, I think this one probably is a little bit more. Get workshop context. Copy that. Yeah, well within, even with all of this from a real life workshop. Oh, now let's try the really big workshop, web auth. There's a wasp right outside my window. Okay, so this is the biggest workshop I have. This gives me 23,000 tokens. That is quite a lot. Hi, Alan. That's interesting. Steps is an empty array for all of these. That's a bug. For sure, that's a bug. Huh. Yeah, that is not right at all. Here, give me 1 second. I gotta run and check something. I'll be right back. Okay, all good. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. Exercise step is an empty array, maybe. So this gotta be console error. Restart. That has steps. That has steps. Steps. Okay, all those have steps. Maybe it's the web auth one? That looks like it's got steps. Steps, 6 items, 2 items, 1 item. Huh. And the rest of these have no steps? That is definitely wrong. Huh. Suppose I should log in. Yep, there are steps right there. Huh. Maybe they weren't cached or something, and I don't know. Let's just try it again, I guess. Oh. Let's just try it again, see what happens. Steps are empty. Okay, here, let's improve our logs a little bit. If not, exercise steps length. I know what that will look like if it is. Okay, we didn't get a log. Huh. Well, that's weird. Let's get rid of the log stuff now. I'm gonna copy this really quick too. So now that we have all the steps, how many tokens is that now? Okay, 32,000. Okay, still way less. So we should be okay. This doesn't include the instructions from each step, just like some basic info about each step. Config, related stuff. Yeah. And then you can drill down for more details with the get exercise context tool. So, cool. Let's restart. Make sure that we do get, oops. There we go. And without the logs, we are still getting the steps. I don't know why I wasn't there, but yeah. Malkeet, thank you for the nice compliment about my hairstyle. I've been trying to grow it out and just see. It's been a long time since I don't know that I've ever grown the top of my hair this long. But I normally will put some product in it, but I didn't today because I'm going on a trip today. So don't like to travel with my hair all done up. Hello, Robson from Brazil. Okay, anyway, so with that now established, this is actually working. Yeah, and here, actually, let's just do this. Can you give me a little outline of what's included in this workshop or what's covered? Get workshop context. And that is all that stuff, all 32,000 tokens. This is the biggest workshop that I've got. I should never have one that's bigger than this. We're still on track for the July release. Okay, so things have changed. I don't know if you've been following with the emails and stuff, but we actually have somebody else who's going to be doing the React router stuff. And that is Alam. What is his last name? Tuzlak. And yeah, so he's working on that. I doubt that he's going to have something ready for July. So it'll be a little while, I think, before we get anything from him. But yeah, he's going to be working on it. This is going to be really great. He's a fantastic developer and really knows his stuff around this stuff. So anyway, I am working like full on AI stuff now. So that's the EpicAI stuff that we're doing now. It's pretty cool. In fact, there is a workshop available right now if you want to come and jump on board with the EpicAI stuff. There are 17 spots left. So I'll throw this link straight to this in the chat. So there you go. It looks like it's going to come through both Twitch and YouTube, which is silly, but I guess that makes sense. Okay, great. So major topics, cookies, session, user. Yeah. So basically this, like all of these that are prefixed with get, really should just be resources. We've got get workshop context, get exercise context, get diff between apps. Yeah. So how are we going to organize this in such a way that I have them as resources, but I can embed them easily as tool responses. I guess I will need to be able to define them as just functions that I can call. That makes sense. Also, this CLI thing doesn't make any sense, calling this CLI. We'll just call this index. Let's come in here. Yeah. There we go. Yep, that makes much more sense. What are you complaining about now? Oh, well, I don't care. Okay, so then we're gonna have resources. And we're gonna take these. Well, let's see. Pretty much, well, yeah, we'll just take all this stuff. We'll remove the stuff we don't need. Let's grab the imports too, just to make it easy. Okay. So then, this trying to think of the easiest way to do this part. Probably want, yeah, probably just that. Yep, that's what we want to do. And then I need to have some mechanism for converting, see, because it's not a z.object, it's an object with these things. So z dot, yeah, and I don't want to return a call tool result, I think, because this is actually a resource. So we'll have to think about what we're going to do about that. Yeah, I guess there's probably a better way to do that. We'll get to that eventually. Okay, and then we're just going to reply with the output. Or return the output. Oh, am I still on track for the July release of EpicAI? I don't remember committing to release. Maybe I did. I might have. So here's the situation with EpicAI. Things change really fast in AI, and so it's very difficult for me to commit to anything. In particular to recording a series of videos and stuff, because it takes a huge amount of effort to do that. And if it's going to go out of date in 3 months, then that it doesn't really serve anybody. So I think instead, until things really settle down, I think instead I'm just gonna keep on doing these workshops. And I'll build up a whole series, and then maybe once that series is all done, then things will have settled quite a bit. But by doing a workshop, then it's just this is the latest of everything. Everything that I'm teaching you is the latest way to do it. So that's the best way, I think, to serve people. Okay, I need to do better about the types for this. So here we're gonna do, let's export this function, get exercise. Yeah, okay, we'll worry about the types later. I don't think it actually will matter at all. Get exercise context, yeah, I already did this sort of thing. For that. Okay, that is all taken care of there. Yep. And then oh, come on, really? There we go. Okay. So that takes care of that. Except we don't want to return a tool call result. Yeah, where's my return? Down here. I think returning it as XML kind of sounded like a good idea at the time, but now I don't think that actually makes sense. I'm just going to return an object instead. Let's see if AI can do that for me. I want this to return an object instead of a string of XML. Let's see what it can do with that. Oh, thanks, Malkeet. I appreciate those kind words. I hope that what I put together is actually really helpful. Interesting. Yeah, okay, that kind of makes sense. I'll probably clean up some of that. Yeah, okay. Whoa, we're kind of in a mess here. Okay, come back to that here in just a sec. Okay, so context. We'll say notes. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. That is better. Okay, then get diff between apps. We don't want a tool call result. Just gonna return no changes. Yep. Okay, and then there we go. In the future, we won't need the workshop directory thing because clients will support roots. Though it's possible that you're using Claude and Claude doesn't like have roots, so you might want to supply it anyway. Can MCP worker do rag to return something or pattern? Yeah, you can do anything. That's what makes MCP so cool. I think actually these should be, yeah, throw. In fact, let's use invariant. Yep, that's what I wanted. And no. And that. Yep, there we go. Okay, next. Now, set playground, that is not a resource. That actually is an action. That's like our first proper tool. Though, like, I don't know. Tools aren't just GET requests. In fact, or they're not just actions. It really comes down to the user interaction model that you're looking for. Hold on a second. It's kind of hot in here. I'm gonna open up my window. Yeah, so your MCP server is going to be running on either the user's local device, if it's a standard I/O like this one, or for most use cases it will be remote, so on a remote server. So yeah, you're able to do literally anything that you would do on the server. You're not running in a browser. Do you need a web client to communicate? Oh, I see. Technically, you could make like a regular request to an HTTP streaming MCP server, but some MCP servers are running locally, and so there's no HTTP endpoint to hit. Yeah, there's a whole thing. You should come to the workshop. I'll teach you all about it. Okay, so prompt. I think this is also something that could be technically a resource. Though no. So it uses a resource. That's like, yeah, exercise context. So no, I don't think that this would be a resource. This is a prompt. In fact, prompts. I'm gonna stick that in there. Oh yeah. Let's get that. There we go. And then oops. Okay. So let's see here. Oops, I meant that. There we go. Oh, that's what it was. Yep, there we go. Okay, cool. So we've got our QuizMe input schema. Yeah. feeling like a little uneasy on a couple of things the way this is put together, but hold on a second. I need airflow. We're gonna have this fixed Monday, but right now it's like really, really bearing down on me, the heat. The sun is just like, I'm gonna die. Yeah, right now it's 30.8 degrees Celsius in my office, according to this guy, which I'm not sure that I totally believe. That feels really, really hot, but maybe. Okay, anyway, let's see. Kind of feel like I want some sort of representation of these resources. Is this what, hold on, fast MCP TypeScript. Yeah, I can see your comment, and so can everybody else. Okay, what I'm curious about is what the return value of add resource is, or if there's a way for me to get access to the existing, like all of the resources and whatnot. So let's dive into it a little bit. Source. Really, it's just one giant file, huh? Okay, add a resource. Okay, yeah, it doesn't return anything, and those are private anyway. Get resource? No, okay. That's kind of what I was kind of hoping that this would allow you to access those, so that in my tool I could just say, oh yeah, like just this is an embedded resource, go grab that resource. I feel like I'm gonna be writing my own thing. Okay, let's just make it easier to embed resources by referencing. Okay, here we go. So, tool, add tool. Okay. Let's see if AI can just help with this. Execute. Return. Oh, Here we go. There we go. Actually, we could probably do this. I just need a little bit of help from the AI so I don't have to do this myself. Type resource. And then resource is server embedded taco / fun. I don't know. Or meal tacos. Get tacos. There we go. Something like that. That's what I'm looking for. Right now, I feel like there's a fair bit of duplication. And I think it would be nice if there were, when trying to embed resources, and I think something like this could be nice. Yeah. I don't particularly care about the specific API, just that this problem is solved. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, right now we don't have that capability, so we're gonna stick with this thing, but I kind of feel like all of this should be encapsulated. So yeah, how far do I want to go on this? I guess I could say get exercise context resource, and that includes all of this stuff. There's got to be a better way to do this. There's got to be a better way to do this. Let's see if the AI can do it. That didn't quite do it. No, I want it to be derived from the schema. But the schema has to be defined as properties to an object. That's not better. Boo. There's gotta be like for each key in the get exercise context input schema, I want to create a type that has a property that is mapped to z.infer of the schema at that key. See if it can figure out what I mean by that. There we go. That's what I want. Yep. that does it. Okay. So, turn this into a generic that I can use all over this file. Input schema type. Boom. Now we're talking. And that is a util. Super. Yay. That is much better. Boom. Oh, that's so much better. I'm so much happier with that. Yay. I knew there was a way to do it. That's the beauty of LLM assisted programming. It's just like, if you know that there's a way, then you can kind of help guide the LLM to do what you're trying to make it do. Okay, so then this get, yes, that. Did I just import what I thought I imported? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, cool. So now I don't have to worry about the URI, which is very nice. Very good. And all of these should have URIs also. All right. I feel like this should export some standard objects for definitions of resources that should include I feel like I'm abstracting too early. I'm like at the beginnings of my building my own framework, and I don't want to do that at all. Do not have time to do that. So yeah, let's just get exercise step progress diff resource. Yes. Yep. Okay, so that will include that. What in the world is that noise? Y'all hear that? Man, that was awful. They've got to fix their brakes or something. Goodness gracious. Exercise context and then workshop context. Okay, cool. And so now, yeah, prompts, we're already doing this, so that's nice. Let's do tools as well. So I'm going to organize these in this way, and then we're going to expose all of this stuff as tools, because that's all we can do right now. Okay, so I feel like the description should be a part of it. Yeah, okay. Export const set playground tool. Name, description. Input schema. And then implementation or execute. Oops. And I feel like I should be able to define this as a tool where, yeah, see, this is where we're getting into abstracting too early. So we're not gonna do that, but we are going to set playground input schema. Okay, there we go, at least that. And then we can do input schema there. Okay. So that's a little bit more organized. But we don't have to be so strict about something. So cool. So what that means now is index can be drastically simplified. Get workshop context. Get workshop context input schema. And then, well, we don't need to worry about that because it's handled for us, but then workshop context. Wait, get workshop context resource. And then here we can say, yeah, type resource, this thing. See, now we're a little bit more future proof on things, which is a good thing. I wonder actually if this could be include workshop directory. Encode URI component workshop directory. There we go. Yep, that makes tons of sense. Yep, there we go. Okay, great. So that is what it takes to convert a resource into a tool effectively. Yeah, so we're going to get rid of that. Get rid of this. That's been moved. Yep, exactly. And then here, come on, there we go. Could probably write a little abstraction to say create tool from resource or something. Not sure that I'm ready to do that. I have to leave here pretty soon also, which means I'm not going to be able to make the demo that I was hoping I would be able to. There we go. Which is frustrating, but it is what it is. Okay, so yeah, this one is a little different. Set playground tool. And what are you complaining about? That's interesting. Oh, it's optional, but not, okay, here. Make this handle optionals. Maybe? I don't think that's gonna work, but we'll see. Yeah. Oh, okay, I gotta go. Thanks everybody. See you all in the future. Bye.